Okay, send me the link. I want to send it to Scott Hart, Albert is on. So besides Scott and Albert, who else do I need to send it to?
If those two teams are able to tie in and hear us, anybody else who's using the link would have the same experience, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Got a big nuts right there.
That's right. All shapes, sizes, and colors.
I'm going to call him.
So where's the microphone at? Is it in the camera?
Yeah, it's in the camera.
So it's going to pick up all the outside ones. Huh?
Man, I tell you what. Felt like junior high school.
Hey Scott, this is Daniel. Alright, so I just chatted you the link to the live stream for the meeting. Are you able to pull that up? No, we just created a brand new link from meeting. I just chatted you the latest one. You have to use that one. Well, it's in the chat. I chatted you.
Check.
Can you hear the
Check. Sound check.
Are you able to see the video now? No,
Check.
click on the link I sent about 2 or 3
Check.
minutes ago.
Check.
Stream is good?
Yeah. You can. You said the link.
Test. Okay. Closing translations. It is Monday, approximately 4:50 p.m. Okay, we have good sound. You sound good. Thank you.
Check.
Albert, I just chatted you the latest link to the live meeting about 4 minutes ago. Then switch to that latest link. Yeah, the one I just chatted you about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
We get more double-A batteries.
No, you have to go to check your chat. Your Google chat, I sent you a link about 3 or 4 minutes ago. No, Google chat. I click on it. You see voice anywhere? Yeah, you can watch. Yeah, you can hear them. You say you're gonna hear them. You can hear it now? Yeah, that's old. We already changed the link. The link doesn't work anymore. The one in the email. Ooh, JW Troy. No, we're talking about this meeting, this live meeting. Oh, another issue? Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Yeah, forward it to help us if we want to ask questions. Yeah. Yeah, where's Tim? Why do they have this projector shining his face? Are they going to show something?
Oh, actually, you know what? It's fine. I'll let you get up there. Right, everybody. I guess a lot of guys might have right? It's like just we're in the back of the room.
City shows up. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
Hey, it's the Python way. I like the duct tape, guys. Very nice.
We're gonna give it about 2 or 3 minutes. No, it's not dirty. It's just.
Is the mic, I don't know, if something's wrong with the mic. I don't
Good afternoon. My name is Thomas Scott with Global Speech Outreach. And for those of you that would need interpretation services in Spanish, please come get a receiver at the back of the room. Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy Tomás con Globos Traducciones y este día estamos promocionando servicios de interpretación al español. Solo que necesitan un equipo para su interpretación. Por favor, encuentros ahí en la mesa atrás del salón. Muchas gracias.
Yeah. I can't tell, but I called Scott and I called Albert. They're both Scott and Albert. No, let me send it then.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo están? Good afternoon. Okay, you guys here in the back? It's a small room, so no problem. Good. Okay. And raise your hand if you have a Spanish translation. Español. One. Good. Hey, welcome to our first all-employee quarterly meeting. And I'll start with an apology. So we did this meeting last Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we are live streaming the meeting this afternoon to some offices in California, also New Hampshire, where we have Pipe Shields in California and Chronic Anchor Darling in New Hampshire. We've got some folks actually in Chicago and Colorado Springs. Hope they're able to tune in as well. But in our hurry to get this meeting set up, get the content ironed out, and put the production on out in the floor, we did not think through how we wanted to deliver it to the second shift. And I really apologize for that. Adam wrote me an email after the meeting and said, how can you please translate the meeting and put some notes together and send it out to the folks so that they know what was discussed today? And I said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to show up and we're going to do it the right way so they can have the same experience that everybody else did last week. So I apologize. This is probably actually working out better than I thought. We'll try to have probably one big meeting next quarter. We'll think through that. But thank you for giving me some grace and letting us do this meeting twice. I'm actually going to feed everybody tonight, which is something that I didn't do for the meeting last week. So that's my piece. So let me tell you a little bit about this meeting and how it's going to work. The idea for the all-employee meeting was to accomplish three things, and there's going to be very short speeches don't know if they're speeches or not, just small presentations from members of the leadership team. These include Anu in sales, Bala for manufacturing, HR, Tim in our finance area, and then Rakesh will wrap some things up. But I think what's really important is that I've said more than once, your leadership team works to support you. All right, we come to work, try to help you be successful, and part of that is communicating back what we are doing in the company to help you be successful. So one of the things that we want to accomplish today is just getting some very high level information out to all of you. I've asked for each of the members of the leadership team to cover maybe just 2 or 3 things that they're working on, which I think are of importance to you. So what's in it for you, and how are we helping you? I think the second thing is just to celebrate our success together. So we've had lunches in the past, we've had some small gift certificate, gift cards like that. But this is really a way for us to come together and spend some time in the same room, have some conversation, and just take a break from our work and be in one place together. So celebrating our successes together, providing some company updates, and most importantly, some accountability from your leadership team back to you, how the company is being run. And I had asked folks to send some questions in. So we're gonna just get through some small presentations today. Some questions have been sent to me, and the next meeting will be short on presentations, and we're gonna be spending some time doing some Q&A. All right, so I welcome you after the meeting today to get with your supervisor and send them any questions that you want in. I think it's important that we respond to what's on your mind and engage you in that process of being part of one company. Meeting is only going to last about 20-25 minutes, so this is not going to be a long-winded series of boring speeches, I hope. Okay, long speeches. Let's get started. For my part, I want to address 2 really important topics that are near and dear to me. The first and most important being safety. So our company strives best in class and the industry leader in safety. Our board is up there. It's not showing numbers right now. Unfortunately, the gentleman who worked that board and has the code to it is no longer with the company. And it's not because he quit. It's not because he got fired. He lost his life. This was Darren. And it was a very sad day for all of us. He left work and go fill up his car with gas. And he did not come back to work the next day. He got caught up in some violence here in Houston. And heart went out to his family. I went to his funeral. And on behalf of Technology, we supported his family and was there to represent the company. What goes on here at work is even more important to me. We've had 3 people that were injured this year. One of them was a hand injury back in February. We had a second injury where a table fell on one of our colleagues. And then about a month ago, we had a worker on a lathe who got caught up in his machine and was spent over a week in the hospital. He's going to be okay, but he's not going to actually make a full recovery with 100% use of his left arm because of his injuries. We're staying in touch with him and we're supporting him as well. But the fact of the matter is that the work that you do is dangerous, and we need to be aware of everything that we do, our surroundings, take care of each other. Okay, you're your brother and your sister's keeper, and you do your jobs and the same jobs almost every evening, day in, night out. And you can become desensitized to just how dangerous some of your work is. Whether you're driving a forklift, you're operating a machine, you're welding, doesn't matter. Okay, you can get hurt in what you're doing. So please be aware of what you're doing and what your colleagues are doing. Stop work if you're not comfortable that it's being done properly. Everybody has stop work authority in this room, in this entire company. If you see something, say something. We need to keep our company safe. We're still much, much safer than the average industrial manufacturing company, but we want 0 people getting hurt, okay? Second thing I wanted to share with you is a little bit more cheery. You heard about some of the expansions that we're doing. Have a second, Mike? I'm gonna keep trying to use this point. You've heard about the expansion that we're doing in the plant. We are building a shop extension out at the east end of our plant out here, just east of shipping. It's going to be an additional 75,000 square feet of manufacturing space. In order to do that, we've got to move the parking. So how many of you here park outside the shop here? Okay. So that parking lot is going to get moved to the west side of our campus. We're building a parking lot for 750 cars, 750 cars. And we're waiting on the city of Houston to permit that. We expect to permit, I think, within the next 3 or 4 weeks. We have bidders that have already submitted their pricing and proposals for that parking lot. And as soon as we have the go-ahead from the city, we'll start clearing and grubbing, paving that area, and we'll be moving and consolidating all of our parking down there. As soon as we clear this parking area here, we'll start on the foundation, throw up the steel building. This is what I call the factory of the future. This is going to be where our US Bellows is moving. It's going to be where our Bechtel fab, which is our stainless steel, anything that essentially requires a clean room and the avoidance of cross contamination is going to be there. And that will give you room to spread out on the floor and have a more natural flow of our material. So this total investment just in the shop extension, shop offices, and parking lot is about $13 million. So that's what the company is investing in its future and a better place for you to work, park, and make a living. Okay. I have one more thing that I want to announce, and I'm sure you've already heard about now because, you know, bad news travels fast, but good news travels faster. And that is the company is extending 2 additional company paid holidays. You'll have Friday off after Thanksgiving. Normally we've shut the plant down on Thursday and we've resumed work on Friday. We will be closed on Thursday and Friday, and you'll have 1 additional day on Christmas Eve Day. So the day before Christmas and then Christmas Day. So this is a big decision for the company, and mostly because, you know, at the end of November, at the end of Thanksgiving, we're pushing a lot of work out the door. And so when we don't work, we have to plan around that. But I think it's more important that you spend some time with your families. You do know this company is owned by the Agarwal family, Rakesh and Anu, Dr. Agarwal's children who work tirelessly in the business. And it's through the generosity of the Agarwal family that they have provided that additional benefit to all of you. So when you have an opportunity to see Rakesh or Anu or Dr. Agarwal out on the floor, take the opportunity and say thank you, because they come to work every day trying to make this a better place to work. And I hope you've seen the changes over the last couple of years around really trying to create that kind of environment and be the employer of choice. Okay. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Anu, who's going to give you a quick sales update. Bala will talk to you a little bit about manufacturing. Monique will address some HR issues, and then Tim will introduce himself, who's leading our finance group, and share some information there. And then Rakesh will bring us home. So with that, Thank you all for being here today. I'm going to hang out after the meeting and have dinner with you. Welcome and invite you to come up and spend some time with me and make some conversation. Thank you all. And here's the new.
Good afternoon, welcome. I'm going to, let me start my time. Can you start me? Yes. So as all of you know, last year was our best year. Oh, okay.
A lot of you may have never have met.
Okay, all right. My name's Anu Agrawal Lal. I'm Dr. Agrawal's daughter, his sister. So I've been working in the organization for almost the last 10 years, driving our sales and marketing initiatives. So thank you for everything that you all do. It's pretty simple. I mean, we can't sell and go on building and doing the work that you do. So thank you. All right. As all of you know, last year was our best sales year ever. And I'd like to report that this year we are on track, maintaining almost exactly the same pace. And I have to tell you, I mean, I mean this when I say this, this is only possible because of the work that each one of you do on the shop floor, in the front office, in maintenance, and engineering, and production, and in procurement. In shipping, every single one of you plays a role in that. When our customers buy from us, I can't say this enough. They're buying your skill, your precision, commitment behind that you put behind every order that leaves this facility, all 7,000 of them. One of the biggest impacts we make is our focus on our shifted and renewed focus on on-time delivery. It's a differentiator and it's something that you've made happen. So I'm going to ask with a show of hands, how many of you worked on Summit Job? Yes? Okay. Can everyone give these guys a round of applause, please? Let me tell you, the story I tell over and over again is that we shipped 18,000 supports in 3 months, of which 9,000 were insulated supports. Nobody in the industry, not our competition, not our customers, can believe that's possible. And that's possible because of the commitment of what everyone does here. So I have to say thank you. Thank you very, very much. I have to tell you, when we bring a customer into the shop, I know we'll close the deal because they see all of you and they see the work we do and they see the work and how we do the work. SpaceX was blown away by their first visit. Southland, who was building Facebook data centers, couldn't imagine what we were capable of. I mean, no website, no catalog, nothing does the work that you do justice until they come in and witness it for themselves. And I can tell you that's the number one thing we've tried to do is get them in the shop. And it's not just a dog and pony show for a customer coming in. This is how you guys work. And we can show it off every day at every moment if the customers line up at the door. I have to say we are competitive, but we are actually better. We're one of the best manufacturing operations in the country. One might argue that I'm biased. I did grow up in the business. But there are companies out there that can pump out a lot of stuff of one kind, right? But think about something. GM or Ford might churn out 1,000 cars a day. But can you imagine if somebody asked them for a car with pink polka dots in, with baby blue seats from a design from 10 years ago, what that would do to their production floor? And you guys this team deals with those kinds of requests day in and day out based on our customers' requirements. Because we support facilities that are going up today, that are going up tomorrow, and that have been up for 50 years. With the refurbishment work we do, with the repair work we do, and that's not on just our products, it's on products made by other people. Because all we really care about is serving our clients. So what I'll close with, because I'm over my time, is that when you open the newspaper and you read about the future of American business, chances are that you're reading about your customers. We're really, really good at long-term relationships like Bechtel, and Bechtel is still going strong hundreds of orders later, 45 years later. We're also really good at making new friends. I mean, we've had over 200 new companies buy from us this year. It's because you ship and make their material to their liking and they come back. Your momentum is opening doors in the industries of tomorrow: aerospace, pharma, nuclear, and AI. Let me tell you what our prospects look like from here to the end of the year. SpaceX, Eli Lilly, Facebook, Micron, Bechtel, Johnson & Johnson. These are the companies that are going to allow us to bring it home this year. We've got really, really big goals, but I have to tell you, I know that we have the right team, and I have to say thank you to each and every one of you for that. Thank you for bringing your best here every single day, and you're the reason we're able to sell. So thank you. Bye.
Good evening. I think I have to start working the split shift because I see a lot of orange vests and I don't know your names. So I need to know who you are, right? I have some fantastic updates for you guys, so I'll get right into it. First of all, let's talk about production. Our production goal is, other than on-time delivery, has been to produce 1 million pounds. Okay, so from January to June this year, we produced 6.5 million pounds. You guys produced 6.5 million pounds. Okay, and this is just a direct reflection of our strength. These numbers are significantly higher than what we have produced over the last few years. Okay. And secondly, we have expanded our workforce. Our workforce used to be around 430 2 years ago, and we have grown 550 employees in the last 2 years, and especially the night shift. Okay, some of you, people who've been here a while, we used to have only 50 employees on night shifts even 3 years ago. Now we've grown to 150 employees on nights. I don't think in the last 20 years that I've been here, we've ever had that on nights. And you guys are producing the same amount, almost the same amount as day shifts. That's excellent. And thank you to our HR department led by Monique. They work really hard to find and bring in the right candidates so we can have 24/7 operation. And lastly, I would like to address the most important critical issue that we have is the power issue. Some of you have seen the power outages, text messages coming out, coming late or leave early, whatever it may be. So over the last 2 years, we have added a lot of machines, 13 machines, big ones, that have put a lot of strain on our power system. So to address that, we are upgrading our electrical system. We're adding a 800 amp transformer to the west side of the building. And that's going to ensure that we don't have power outages. Okay. And all these updates, all these things that I'm talking about, did not just happen by chance. One of my favorite movies is John Wick, and there is a saying in it. If you guys have not watched it, it says, "How you do anything is how you do it." Okay. See, James, I see you've seen that. Yeah. So whether it's production goals, hitting your production goals, or expanding your workforce, upgrading systems. It's all about how you address the problem, big or small. It's all about the attention to the details. It's about your teamwork and hard work. That's the secret for success. So I thank everyone, especially the second shift, because I know it's hard to leave your family at night and come here and work 10, 12-hour shifts. So I thank every single one of you. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your dedication. I'm looking forward to finishing the rest of the year really strong. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to meet with you tonight. Like Roy said, it's really important for us to have opportunities to connect with all of our employees. So this is a great opportunity for us to connect, for you to see our faces, for you to understand what it is we're doing, and also for us to think. So I'm going to start off. My name is Monique Woodard. I will do that. Monique Woodard and I get to lead our amazing HR team. And I'm going to just start off by thanking y'all. We get a chance to see y'all when we bring you in, but there's a lot of times that we don't get to see you. We don't get to see what you do every day and day out. So today is a day that we get a chance to say thank you for everything that you do, for making PTP such a successful company, for dedicating your lives to being here, for working hard. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. If we don't say anything else today, we just want you to know how much we appreciate everything you do. Okay, so before I get into HR updates, do we have any birthdays? Any birthdays in the last maybe 2 months or work anniversaries? I see one here, I see another, I see another. Raise your hand. Okay, can we give them a round of applause? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? No, but we appreciate y'all. Happy birthday, and then for our work anniversaries, thank you again for being part of the PTP team. I told the group on Wednesday, whether you've been here for 1 year or whether you've been here for 20 years, your contributions to this company are felt. The impact that you make is felt, and we appreciate you. So keep up the great work. All right, so a couple of HR updates. There's a few things that we've been working on this year. One being our retention, how we retain employees, how we keep you here, okay? One of the great things that I want to be able to announce to you is that from this time last year to this year, we have reduced our turnover rate. And that's just a testament to our leadership, to you all, to the teams, to the culture that we're building here at PTP. So again, my theme for today is thank you, but we couldn't do that without you. So please, just know that we're doing everything that we can to make sure that PTP is a great place to work. Boyd announced the 2 additional holidays, and just know that that's a conversation that we're always having is how do we make things better for our employees, right? How are we continuing to improve your lives and make this a great place to work? So just know that. The other thing, the way we do that is we have performance appraisals. So once a year, you probably all are aware that you're going to meet with your manager and have conversations about your performance. We want you to take that time and take that opportunity to talk about your growth and your development, okay? Where you are right now may not be where you end up here at PTP. There are a lot of opportunities. I'm seeing heads nodding because I know that there are some people that I know firsthand have had opportunities to move into different positions. So take opportunity to talk to HR. Crystal is here from the HR team. So make sure you talk to us. If you see other opportunities that you want to get into, please just let us know. Okay. And then lastly, that's about it. Just thank you, whether you're on the shop floor or our employees out in the field, our employees in the office. We appreciate the pride that you take in your work. And not only does leadership see it, HR sees it, our customers see it. So thank you so much for everything you do.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am new to the company. We've been here for a couple months, so I figured to introduce myself first. My name is Tim Schmidt. I'm VP of Accounting and Finance, as Lloyd mentioned. I'm kind of the first person in this role, so my role really is to figure out better ways to utilize, what you guys are producing, because you guys produce it for a new sales, which allows us to reinvest that back into the company. You can see, we're figuring out ways to expand the operation, invest in new machinery, upgrade the electrical systems, figure out ways to provide better benefits. So that's kind of what my role is here, is to try to make this a better place to work and allow us to produce more without having to work harder, right? So, Bala mentioned, this crew has grown quite a bit. So the company has seen a lot of success in the last few years. It's grown dramatically. A lot of you have been a part of that. And, this is a success that we're all sharing in going forward. So, I think that's one of the main things is that, all of this hard work that you guys are doing, we're trying to figure out ways to pour back into the organization to make your lives better, make a better place to work. I came to PTP through offshore drilling and in-plant logistics, so I'm no stranger to the hard work in that organization. I'm amazed by the work that you guys do. I'm office right over here, so I'm wandering around through the shop all the time. So as I mentioned, look out for your fellow man, because I'm kind of a bumbling idiot walking around looking at what you guys are doing and sticking my head in places I probably shouldn't. I tried to learn weld in middle school and I welded my hand. So I gave up there, into accounting and finance. So that being said, I really appreciate what you guys do. It's amazing to see a plate of steel currently what you guys do. It's really artistry. It's magic. And as you can tell from this messaging, our customers really are impressed with the work that you do. So that being said, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. My team is here to support you guys and to support this organization. What you guys do is actually the money creation, and I'm just here to support you guys any way I can. I'm helping this team to develop as well, and the Agrawal family figure out better ways to make you guys successful. One kind of change that I'm in the process of implementing, we signed a contract with a new payroll provider, Velocity. So it will allow you guys to have real-time information on an app on your phone to see how many hours you've worked, see what your pay stubs are, all that information will be on your hand. You'll be able to update some of your personal information yourself, those filling out paperwork, going into the office over there and get information from the payroll team. So that should make your lives a little bit easier. It will take a few months for us to get it implemented, but it will be, you'll have all your payroll information and your hourly information. So hopefully that'll make some of your lives a little bit easier, knowing what's going on in your schedules and things like that. But that's really all I've got. Like I said, I haven't been here very long, so if you see me walking around, show me what you're doing. Just thoroughly impressed with what you guys are doing. Happy to be a part of the team. Thanks.
Hello. Hey. All right. I like the energy. I know a couple of people. I recognize, of course, Adam and Daniel, who's been here for a very long time. The first thing I just want to say is I want to give gratitude for the microphone working, and then I want to give gratitude to all of you, especially you all on the night shift. We supply products under a tight deadline to our customers. And part of what our customers pay us for is schedule assurity. They pay us to assure them that we're going to deliver the product on a certain time frame. And so without the workforce that we have on the night shifts, there's no way that we can meet those schedules. So, and we know that, I want to highlight how much growth there's been at the company in the last couple of years. We're tracking to doing nearly triple, 3 times the sales that we did in 2023. Our production is well ahead of double what we were doing 3 years ago. So these are massive numbers, and you don't have that kind of performance without sacrifice. And for those of you who work on the night shift, you're sacrificing the most. You're here during night hours when your families are sleeping, and you're keeping an opposite schedule. So first thing I want to do is just thank everyone for all of their hard work to make this company successful. Second thing you heard about from everyone, which is I came here back to the company after working here when I was younger to invest in the company. And Randy and my dad have made this company successful for the last 50 years. I came in, I brought Lloyd with me, and we're here to set the company up to succeed for the next 50 years. And to do that, we're making investments. Part of those investments are investments first and foremost in the team. A company is ultimately nothing more than the people who work at that company. And we started doing reviews last year. We have reviewed every employee at the company starting from last year, and we continue that process this year. And we've been making investments in systems to be more efficient. You heard about the new payroll system. You'll be able to place your vacation requests in there rather than filling out a paper form. All the approvals will happen electronically. We're very happy to replace paper with electronic processes. We have, I think, people on our software team on the video conference. We've been growing that team as well. A lot of success in business is about software and it's about data. And we have a top-notch team that we're continuing to invest in to give ourselves better systems. So we're trying to make the company a better place to work. We have added these vacation days, which you heard about, and we reduced the waiting period for health insurance. So now when you join the company, you're eligible for health insurance on the first day of the month following when you start, versus previously we had a 60-day waiting period. Likewise for vacation pay and holiday pay. So all of that has been improved. I'm happy about that. And you heard about the capital improvements. We're investing to have a better facility to work inside of. We know that the shop can get to be space-wise tight with all of this work that we have going on. Also, parking. Parking can be stressful. No one wants to come to work and get their car dinged or worry about their car being dinged. And so we've made some small improvements when we started out last year, but we'll have a 2-story parking structure in this new west side parking lot and plenty of space for everyone to park their cars without any stress at all. So we're making a lot of investments in the company to help the company thrive into the future. And I just want to close out by saying thank you all for also helping us close out the year strong. We're just past the mid-year point. Let's make it a really strong end of the year for all of us at the company. So thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Hey, and something we didn't do in the all hands meeting last week was we didn't take questions, but we're just going to do a little experiment. If anybody has any questions, I want to invite you to come up, and if I can't answer it, then I'll assign it to someone else to answer it. And if we can't answer it, we'll get back to you. Does anybody want to use their voice and ask a question? Yeah, go. Here, I'm going to give you the mic. What's your name?
Joseph, working Teflon second shift. How's the Joseph working second shift Teflon? My question is, how are the tariffs that you've been hearing about affecting us?
Okay, yeah, so the question was, how are the tariffs affecting us? Lloyd, you want to take this?
Molly, you want to take this? Well, on the sales side, we actually, part of the great sales we had earlier in the year is a lot of customers were worried when the tariffs kicked in that we were going to raise prices. We told folks, hey, place your orders early and place them often, and we did hold our pricing. So we saw a nice bump in sales, and that's what the news was talking about. We are paying more money for raw materials now, okay? And even though we buy a lot of domestic material and tariffs are really raising the cost of raw materials coming in from overseas, if you are facing competition that has to sell their product for more money, what are you going to do? You're going to raise your prices too because you can. And so we have seen some price escalation in some of the steel that we're buying here in the United States, but by and large, we are working really, really hard to make sure that we can continue selling our products at really competitive rates. The company has absorbed some of those cost increases, but our procurement group did a great job of also buying ahead. So our customers placed orders early. Our procurement teams bought a lot of raw materials. You see it out on the floor, and that allowed us to kind of work through some of the tariffs. You've also seen them, if you follow the news, they're bouncing around. And some of them we thought were going to be higher than they were, and they've settled down. Some others wound up becoming higher, but not in markets that we buy from. So overall, I'm going to say that it's really been kind of not a big deal for us, and has not hurt our business at all. Great question.
Anyone else?
So today we received an email saying that our schedules are changing from 12-hour to 10-hour days. Is that a permanent change or is that something that's just gonna follow the flow of production?
So right now our backlog is, we have a backlog for 6 weeks, right? Usually our backlog is close to 10 to 12 weeks. So there's been a dip in the backlog, right? There's been a lower backlog than what we would expect. So that's why the hours have been, to answer your question, it is not a permanent change in the work hours. We do this when we see the backlog go down. We're caught up on the hours. I mean, we're caught up on the production, right? We produced, like I said, we produced 7.8 million pounds so far. And we have a backlog of 1.3 million pounds in the shop. And there's another, I would say probably 1 million pounds in engineering. So there's 2 months worth of work between engineering and us. I would like to see 3 months or 4 months backlog, and we would get back working 12-hour shifts. But overall, the reason why we did that is number one, after working an 8 or a 10-hour shift, you guys get tired. And I get feedback saying, hey, I don't want to work all these hours. And I do have people say, I would like to work extra hours, right? And then you have people who also say, I don't want to work Sundays, right? So if you look at my email, it says, so, since you brought it up and you guys just came in for today, I'll go ahead and announce it. For the day shift, the hours are going to be 6 to 4:30, 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then, by the time you guys get out, in your cars, the night shift can come in. Your start time will be 5 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. Now, if you do have work that needs to be done that day or that week, get your supervisor to approve it prior, ahead of time, and it will be approved. These hours are not set in stone. We're not going to say, you need to stop what you're doing and go home because these are your hours. You have work to do, get it approved by a supervisor. All right. So this is not a permanent change. When the backlog goes up, it'll be back again, 6 to 6.
My name is Bobby with work the section half, and my question is, why do we have to wait so long to get our raise?
So, we can all answer this. No, but I don't know your individual circumstance, so I don't know if your name is Pablo. But we can look it up later. How long have you worked here?
I've been here almost 2 years. 31st is gonna be my 10th anniversary.
Okay.
But it's regarding some of my coworkers that been here waiting for 6 months and they haven't received their raise.
Yeah.
And I'm about to get my
Anniversary.
graduation, so if they're waiting 6 months, how long am I gonna have to wait?
Yeah. Well, so Lloyd and I joined last year, at the beginning of last year, and we stood up a process to give raises to people. And there were a lot of catch-up raises. And Bala can talk more about how we prioritize shop raises, like who gets a raise, who doesn't. Because not everyone got a raise, but there were quite a few raises. I think we probably gave raises to like 350 people on the team. And I guess the thing to say is, also we weren't really working off of a budget. Tim joined us, Tim Schmidt, who is our VP of Finance. He heads up accounting. He joined us in May. And part of what we're going to be building is a budgeting process so that we have money allocated for raises at the start of every year. So far, we've been giving raises on a kind of a guesswork basis. We've been estimating that, yeah, we can make this much and we can give this much in raises. So basically what I'm saying is I think the process will become more consistent as we go forward. So for example, right now, and they're sitting on my desk, I have raises for the months of April, May, and June to approve. I got those forms on Monday of last week. So I'm delaying the process by 1 week because I'm trying to put this system of budgeting in place. All of these investments that we make in the company, we have to do them in a sustainable way. And that's responsible to the company and also to all of you so that everyone continues to have a place to work that is financially healthy. And so I think it's going to improve. I hope it's going to improve. And I appreciate your bringing up the point, Pablo.
So, for all the new employees and employees who have not been, through a appraisal or review process, I just wanted to explain how it works, right? On your anniversary, you're being reviewed by your supervisor, all right? And there are 10 questions in that questionnaire. And each question will get graded from 1 through 5. 1 being the lowest, 5 being your highest score. So your goal, or not goal, when we look at it, people who have scored 40 and above, right? They will get raises, okay? Provided you don't have any reprimands. You don't have any write-ups or tardiness or safety violations and things like that. So these are the different things that go into that play a factor of whether you get a raise or not. It's not just because your supervisor doesn't like you or I don't like you. That's not how that works, right? So you have all these questionnaires. They have been meaningfully put together. And your supervisor gives some feedback now, and hey, this guy is a great guy, and he does, and if you look at, it also has a section, if you haven't seen these forms, you should always keep a copy of it too. And when you're being reviewed, you get a copy of it, so you know what you scored on your review, what are your strengths, right? And what are the things that your supervisor said you need to improve, or you could improve, right? And that would be useful for you for your next review. And that's how the review process is done. It's not just that it's not strictly budget either. We're also trying to match the market and make sure that you're paid equally and you're paid your right, right wages.
Any other questions? Yeah, right there. 2 in the back. Okay, last question.
Yes, my name is Miguel. I'm working in the shop for 3 months. What I see in this company is a lot of turnaround. And two things I see is how you guys look to retain employees. And the second one, the insurance here in the company is way too high. Do you guys planning to have a new vets, new companies provide to the employees better?
I'm sorry, what was your name again? Miguel. Thank you, Miguel, for that question. So over the last several months, myself, Tim, Zoila, who is our benefits administrator, we've been meeting with different brokers so that we can specifically address what they're asking for, which is better benefits. And so our question to them as we meet with different brokers is, what can you do for our employees? Okay, so right now, I don't necessarily have an answer for you this moment, but I do want to tell you that we just had a meeting today. And our focus, and Tim can attest to that, my first question to them was, what can you do for our employees? how will they feel the impact? And that means in the amount that you're paying, what we're offering you. We want to make sure that we're being really intentional about how it's going to impact you, not just PTP, because, you know, there's a contribution that we have to make as well, but how does that affect everyone you? So we're absolutely looking at that, and we hope to find a solution for what you're asking us to do, okay? What was the second part of that? I'm sorry. The turnover. So the turnover, it kind of goes with that as well, right? Because if we can offer you better wages and we can offer you better benefits, then, you know, that will impact our turnover rate. So the things that we're putting in place right now, you know, Tim mentioned Paylocity, which is a software system that's going to help you have self-service where you can do a lot of things on your phone. But in addition to that, it helps us track performance appraisals. It helps us, it's more of a benefit for you as employees because it gives you more, it's more, more control over your own, you know, over where you're going, over what you're doing, over, again, just over your experience here at PTP. So we continue to look at benefits, we continue to look at what's going to impact you, but we also welcome you all to share that with us, right? If you have ideas about things that you need, that you want, we can't make promises and say that you're going to get everything, but we absolutely want to hear from you. Okay, so if there are things that you're hearing or things that you want, just tell us. We absolutely have an open door policy, especially in HR. You know, people are constantly coming to talk to us, and we really welcome it. Welcome you. Just come to us and talk to us. Okay.
All right. Thank you all. That's all we have for today. Please keep the questions coming. Send me an email. This is Denise. Send email to Denise. Send it to Rakesh. Send it to anybody that you heard from today around questions, and we'll be sure to address those. For now, thank you so much for what you're doing. Looking forward to a really strong second half of the year, and let's enjoy some dinner together. Thank you very much.